If you've seen the buzz about beef tallow balms for glowing healthy skin, you've probably heard everything from miracle moisturizer to instant acne. Today we're cutting through the hype with a research-driven deep dive into what beef tallow actually is, what evidence says about its skincare benefits, where claims are overstated, the real risks, who might benefit, and who probably shouldn't use it. By the end, you'll have a clear science-backed framework to decide if tallow belongs in your routine. Before we get into it, always talk to your healthcare provider or dermatologist before changing or adding to your skincare or nutrition routine, especially if you have eczema, psoriasis, acne, allergies, or you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Beef tallow is rendered fat from cattle, mostly a mix of triglycerides rich in palmitic, stearic, and oleic acids, the same families of fatty acids found in our skin's outer layer and sebum. In skincare, that composition matters because lipids help lock in moisture, reduce water loss, and support the skin barrier. Tallow also naturally contains small amounts of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Think of tallow primarily as a heavy occlusive moisturizer, closer in behavior to petrolatum or shea butter than to a light lotion. Traditional cultures have long used rendered animal fats in salves and soaps. Fast forward to today, and tallow has resurfaced through the back to basics and clean beauty movements. The modern pitch is simple: a short ingredient list, lipids similar to skin's own, and a whole animal sustainability story. But popularity isn't the same as proof, so let's separate what's plausible and supported from what's just marketing. The most credible, repeatable benefit for topical tallow is moisturization. Studies on tallow-containing formulations show increases in skin hydration and reductions in transepidermal water loss after application. That tracks with its chemistry. As an occlusive, tallow forms a barrier that helps the skin hold on to water. Some early human data and animal models suggest that richly emollient, tallow-based creams can be soothing for very dry skin and may provide symptomatic relief for conditions marked by a compromised barrier, like atopic dermatitis, largely due to improved hydration and protection rather than a specific medicinal effect of tallow itself. What's less convincing are the big promises. There's no high-quality evidence that tallow is anti-aging in the sense of boosting collagen, smoothing wrinkles beyond what any strong moisturizer might do, or that it provides a unique bioidentical advantage over other well-formulated emollients. Anti-acne claims are also weak. If anything, its occlusive nature makes it a risky choice for acne-prone skin. As for anti-inflammatory effects, limited preclinical data suggest potential, but human clinical trials are small, short, or absent. Bottom line, tallow can hydrate extremely well, which can indirectly calm irritation in dry, barrier-impaired skin, but it's not a proven cure-all. If your skin is very dry, winter flaky, or your hands are cracked from frequent washing, a tallow balm can function like a heavy-duty simple occlusive. Some people with eczema or psoriasis report softer skin and less itch when they layer a rich emollient over medication, or use it between flares to help keep moisture in. If you're sensitive to long ingredient lists, a minimalist tallow balm can be appealing. Fewer variables means fewer potential irritants. And for body care, heels, elbows, shins in dry seasons, its staying power is a real strength. For acne-prone or very oily skin, tallow can be problematic. It's heavy and occlusive, which increases the chance of clogged pores and breakouts. If you struggle with comedones or inflammatory acne, using tallow on the face is generally not a great idea. Irritation and allergy are also possible. Natural doesn't mean hypoallergenic. People can react to animal-derived ingredients, and compromised skin, like during an eczema flare, can be more susceptible to developing sensitivities. Patch testing is your friend. Apply a small amount behind the ear or on the inner arm for several days, and watch for redness, itching, or bumps before you go all in. Quality matters. Artisanal balms often skip preservatives, which keeps formulas simple but raises contamination risk over time. Oxidized or poorly rendered fats can go rancid and irritate skin. If you try tallow, choose a reputable source, keep the jar sealed, use clean hands or a spatula, and store it cool. Finally, tallow isn't vegan, and some viewers will opt out for ethical or environmental reasons. Using byproducts can reduce waste, but broader demand for animal fats has its own sustainability trade-offs. Some people also eat or supplement with tallow, hoping for skin benefits. From a nutrition standpoint, tallow is high in saturated fat with small amounts of fat-soluble vitamins. There's no good evidence that adding tallow to your diet uniquely improves skin compared to a balanced pattern rich in unsaturated fats, fruits, vegetables, and adequate protein. If anything, high saturated fat intake may worsen inflammatory tendencies for some people, and diets associated with higher saturated fat and refined carbs correlate with worse acne in susceptible individuals. For skin health from within, evidence points more consistently toward omega-3s, colorful produce, and overall dietary balance. In head-to-head moisturizing performance, tallow can hydrate well, but it doesn't consistently outperform proven emollients like shea butter, petrolatum, plant oils rich in linoleic acid, or modern creams containing ceramides, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid. One practical difference is that many mainstream moisturizers include barrier lipids, like ceramides, that tallow lacks. If your goal is barrier repair, products with ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids together have strong evidence. Tallow is best thought of as an occlusive layer, useful, but not uniquely superior. Consider trying tallow if your primary issue is persistent dryness on the body, you prefer very short ingredient lists, and you've patch tested without a reaction. Start on the body, not the face. Apply a thin layer to damp skin after bathing to trap water, and give it a week or two before judging results. If you have eczema or psoriasis, ask your dermatologist how to pair a heavy emollient with your treatment plan. Avoid tallow on the face if you're acne-prone or very oily, and be cautious if you have a history of contact allergies. If redness, stinging, bumps, or new breakouts appear, stop and switch to a non-comedogenic, fragrance-free moisturizer with barrier-supporting ingredients. If you want to try it, look for tallowbalm or beef tallow on minimalist product labels from small batch brands. You'll also find it in some traditional bar soaps listed as sodium tallowate. In mainstream lotions it's less common, but boutique ancestral lines may include it. If you want to avoid animal-derived ingredients, choose products labeled vegan and scan for tallow, bovine tallow, sweet, or sodium tallowate. Plenty of excellent plant-based alternatives exist that offer equal or better moisturizing with robust evidence. We need larger, longer clinical trials on pure tallow and standardized tallow-based formulas in people with specific conditions like eczema, psoriasis, acne, and sensitive skin. We also need better data on comedogenicity by site, real-world irritation rates, and how tallow stacks up against ceramide-rich creams across seasons and climates. Right now, the strongest case for tallow is moisturization for dry, non-acne-prone skin. Beyond that, the claims outpace the data. Beef tallow can be a powerful, simple moisturizer, great for dryness on the body and potentially helpful as part of a barrier-supporting routine for certain people. It's not a magic anti-aging solution, and it can aggravate acne or cause irritation in some users. If you're curious and your skin type fits, patch test, start small, and monitor your results. If you'd rather stick to well-studied options, you're not missing anything essential. There are many evidence-backed moisturizers that achieve the same goals. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried tallow balms, or are you curious but cautious? Drop your experience or questions in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for weekly health, fitness, and longevity tips. See you next week.